Hey everyone, I got some cool new videos coming at some point. I'll explain more at the end of the video, but for now let's just review some movies. I first want to talk about The Night House. This is the new film from David Bruckner and also my introduction to him, and honestly I can't wait to check out his other works because this is currently my second favorite movie of the year so far. Every ounce of this movie is so gorgeously haunting and atmospheric while feeling overall kind of beautiful. No matter if I wanted to look away from the screen, I couldn't. The use of natural light and the sound design set the atmosphere of the movie perfectly and made it magnetic, so much so that the horror aspects work perfectly as well. The jump scares in this movie are some of the best I've ever seen in a horror movie. They earn their scare, and never once does it ever feel cheap, but what also made it magnetic was Rebecca Hall's spellbinding performance. I honestly think she might be my favorite performance of the year so far. She brings so much charisma and emotion to this character, and makes sure that by the end, you feel an emotional attachment to her. She put herself in as a producer, so I can tell she was passionate about this project, but her character was written so wonderfully. All of her motives make sense, and you find yourself rooting for her as you yourself are solving this pretty haunting mystery. A lot of people have found this movie confusing. I personally didn't, but there are some great videos explaining why what goes on in this movie goes on. I don't really want to explain here because it will take too long, and I got 2 other movies to review, so I'll link one below. Anyway, I love this movie a lot. This is what I want modern horror to be. I've seen it at least 3 times now. It's not so much a horror movie that scares me, but it leaves me depressed in a good way. Anyway, yeah, it's my second favorite movie of the year so far. Check it out. I also saw The Alpinist, which is also one of my favorite movies of the year, and definitely my favorite documentary of the year so far. When I first saw this trailer for this movie, it looked right up my alley. Free solo vibes all around. I've been really loving rock climbing documentaries for some reason. I think mainly because I always walk away feeling inspired right afterwards. I mean, look at the behind the scenes footage from Free Solo, it's insane. Anyway, you guys know Free Solo is not only my favorite documentary of all time, it's my favorite sports movie of all time, it's also one of my favorite movies of all time. But I didn't go in expecting to like it more than Free Solo, so I left satisfied. The Alpinist is its own beast entirely, and while I don't love it more than Free Solo, it is just as insane, and I severely hope they release this in IMAX. Marc-Andre Leclerc is one of the most interesting people to do a documentary on. This man would solo on icy mountains. Solo on icy mountains with nothing but spiky shoes and a pick. This movie is terrifying. And with that, you totally get sucked into the atmosphere of this film. You can feel the cold air and high altitude he feels. And it feels like you're climbing up with him. It's exhilarating. As for flaws, there are points where the narration feels annoying. There's a guy in the movie that they give subtitles to, but then they take away the subtitles and then they put them back. I don't know why they're so inconsistent with subtitles, but that's really it. I love this movie, go check it out. And finally, I want to talk about The Eyes of Tammy Faye. I was really looking forward to this movie, mainly because I love the director Michael Showalter, I love Jessica Chastain and Andrew Garfield, and I love the Tammy Faye story. I've been fascinated with her story ever since I saw the documentary in college, which is a great documentary by the way. The movie was a little disappointing, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. What carries this film is 100% the performances. Jessica Chastain especially nails Tammy Faye's voice and mannerisms to a T. She is absolutely flawless and weirdly hilarious in a good way. I know we're early into the award season, but she has that award in the bag, no question. Andrew Garfield is also fantastic as Jim Baker, capturing the mannerisms to a T, and their chemistry is off the charts in my opinion. They are so much fun to watch, and their banter just makes it all the more fun. Despite the movie being 2 hours long, I was also never really bored. The movie, in my opinion, runs pretty smoothly, not going too quick or too slow, but what bothered me about this film is the editing. Oh boy, this movie is badly edited. There are legit points where I got confused as to what happened and how we got to point A to point B so fast. When Jim Baker and Tammy Faye first meet, they're already making out, and then the next scene they're getting married. When they run into a television executive offering them a deal, we immediately cut to the show already being pretty big. What happened between then and there? Also, the beginning had me worried. It was moving so fast and the acting was really bad. Once Jessica Chastain and Andrew Garfield come into the movie, it picks up significantly, but it can't decide on how to present this story for some reason. It was very distracting. Anyway, I would say the good outweighed the bad, but I left wanting more. It's a good movie, but I wanted to love it. Hey everyone, so I know I promised a decade retrospect video, and please believe me, it's coming. I'll be talking about my least favorite movies of the decade, which should be fun. I don't know when it'll come out though. I may want to do a couple videos before it, but you'll definitely see it. But I want to talk about why I haven't been very consistent with posting content. For one, I have a full-time job that completely exhausts me. For another, I've just been dealing with some mental health lately. I'm fine, it's not even so much anxiety or panic attacks, don't worry about me. It's more so I felt unmotivated to do anything, and lately every day I feel like I just woke up, or I haven't woken up at all and I'm in a dream, and honestly it's been a little tough. I felt unmotivated to do anything besides work my full-time job. I promise I'll get more videos up for you and it'll be great. It will just take some time to get that energy back, and I hope you understand. I love what I do, and entertaining you guys is important to me, but my mental health is important too. I'll be back soon, and I can't wait to talk about movies with you more. Love to you all.
And that's the end.